Welcome back to the channel. Watch the video until the end, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to support us. The charm and mystery surrounding the Book of Giants and the figure of the Nephilim in biblical and apocryphal tradition touch deep chords in the human understanding of divinity, morality, and the cosmic conflict between good and evil. The narrative of these gigantic beings is not limited to a mere tale of supernatural adventures. It reflects instead the ancestral anxieties of man in the face of the unknown and transcendence, in addition to providing insights into the dynamics of power, forbidden knowledge, and moral downfall. The story of the Nephilim and the Book of Giants fits into a broader context of ancient narratives that see a cosmic conflict unfold between celestial and earthly forces. These stories, found in different cultures, often reflect the struggle between order and chaos, between divinity and rebel forces. In the specific case of the Nephilim, their existence is marked by an original transgression, the union between the fallen angels and human women, a violation of divine laws that leads to the birth of hybrid beings, powerful but corrupt. This narrative highlights the conception of sin as an action that transcends the human sphere, involving the entire cosmos. The result is a world overloaded with violence and corruption, requiring a divine intervention of purification, symbolized by the flood. The echo of this theme is found in mythologies around the world, a sign of a shared reflection on the origin of evil and the necessity for redemption. The investigation into the possible origins of the story of the Nephilim leads us to explore the interaction between different cultures and traditions. The parallel with myths of giants and divine heroes present in other cultures, such as Mesopotamian or Greek, suggests a possible common origin or a spread and reinterpretation of these themes over time. The idea that ancient observations of megalithic structures or the discovery of fossil remains of large animals could have fueled tales of giants highlights how the fascination with the exceptional and the incomprehensible has deep roots in the human imagination. The narrative of the Nephilim, while fitting into a mythological context, has significant cultural and religious implications. Through these stories, ancient communities expressed not only their own view of the world and its origins, but also ethical and spiritual conceptions. The figure of the giants, with their ambivalence between greatness and corruption, becomes a powerful symbol of the danger inherent in knowledge and power when pursued without wisdom or morality. Moreover, the fact that the descendants of the Nephilim are identified with enemy peoples in the ancient Israelite context reflects the tendency to demonize the other, to see in cultural or ethnic diversity a threat. This aspect reminds us how myths and legends, beyond their narrative value, also play an identity and polemical function within the societies that generate them. The Book of Giants and the story of the Nephilim, therefore, are not just expressions of a rich mythological heritage, but also witnesses to deep reflections on the human being, on its place in the universe, and on its moral responsibilities. These tales, which have crossed centuries and cultures, continue to speak to the human imagination, prompting fundamental questions about existence, the nature of good and evil, and the possibilities of redemption. The persistence and evolution of these narratives through times highlight how, beyond cultural specifics, there are universal themes that touch the deepest chords of human experience. The complexity of the stories of the Nephilim and the Book of Giants reflects the intersection of different cultural and religious currents. This interaction between different traditions not only enriches the narrative fabric, but also demonstrates how ancient cultures were dynamic, open to exchanges, and reciprocal influences. This dynamism is particularly evident in how specific elements of one tradition are reinterpreted and adapted in another, transforming heroic figures or mythological themes in function of the values and concerns of the new culture that embraces them. Narratives about the Nephilim also prompt deep ethical and theological reflections. Their story, characterized by transcendence and downfall, invites meditation on individual and collective responsibility in the face of the divine and the cosmos. These tales highlight the tension between freedom and fate, between aspiration to immortality and acceptance of human limits. Furthermore, the figure of Enoch, a mediator between heaven and earth, symbolizes the search for knowledge that reconciles the human with the divine, proposing a model of wisdom and intercession. The modern interest in the Nephilim and the Book of Giants shows how these ancient narratives continue to influence contemporary cultural imagination. From literature to cinema, from role-playing games to alternative theories about prehistory, giants and their mysteries inspire artistic creations and speculations that renew the ancient fascination with these themes. This ongoing reference to the Nephilim underscores the persistence of fundamental existential questions and the human search for answers to universal dilemmas. In exploring the story of the Nephilim and the Book of Giants, we approach an interpretation that integrates mythological, historical, ethical, and spiritual aspects. These tales, with their rich symbolic and narrative wealth, offer a unique window into how humanity has sought to make sense of its existence and the mysteries of the universe. Through their exegesis, we can better understand the dynamics that have shaped ancient beliefs and religious practices, as well as the ongoing reflections on the human and the sacred that characterize every culture and era. In conclusion, the Book of Giants and the figure of the Nephilim are not just relics of a distant past, but vivid expressions of the continual human quest for meaning. A quest that crosses temporal and cultural boundaries, uniting humanity in its common aspiration to understand its origins and destiny.